There was something else about that Will Smith assault of Chris Rock that could actually have more lasting and damaging effects. Here was NBC's Craig Melvin.
If you're rearing a boy, especially in this country, you spend so much time talking to that kid about keeping your hands to yourself, controlling your emotions. And then there's also this, this long-held perception in this country that, men of color especially can't control their rage and their anger. And just to see someone who's been that beloved for decades, it was troubling on so many levels.
Joining me now is Horace Cooper, Project 21 co-chair, and Vince Ellison, author of 25 Lies. Vince, your response to what we saw last night in Melvin's comments.
I'm watching the left cannibalize itself, and I'm having a good time doing it. I mean, I haven't had this much fun in a long time watching Will Smith playing his watch these two guys get up there and see this thing go as far as it went. I mean, I've never seen in my life, I never saw another man get on worldwide TV and disrespect another man's ailing wife in his face. Hollywood has taken it too far. Chris Rock took it too far. He got dealt with. And Will Smith took it too far, and now he's getting dealt with. We see this type of violence all the time. You got two things going on here. You got a guy with no respect and a guy with no impulse control. Then you have this collision. But the left is cannibalizing itself. And that's it.
All right. Horace, the Today Show mentioned something else about Will Smith's history.
It's never about the thing, and I read Will Smith's autobiography, which was amazing, and in the beginning he describes himself as a coward. And I thought that was such a poignant thing to say aloud because he couldn't defend himself when his dad was going through this horrible stuff, and you wonder what this moment had to do.
It was going to be the biggest night of his career.
Horace, his background and his upbringing and the violence in his home made him do it, apparently.
The left never gets away from apologizing or normalizing bad behavior. And in this case, they apologized, they normalized, and they rate actually a cool thing to do to mock people for their medical conditions. I mean, I know we want to do a lot of things for a joke, but we probably could find a lot to laugh about without having to go in that particular direction.
Well, Vince, when we think about what's happened to the culture in general, we're seeing on video, Instagram, people beating each other up in airports. And it's like the knockout game, pushing people from behind. We see people getting pushed in front of trains in New York. The most rank violence, which it's glorified on social media. And people say, oh, isn't this terrible, as they watch it again and again and again. And now, two big stars. And Will Smith, beloved, engaging in this conduct.
Yeah, this is a harbinger, to see this happen in Hollywood. These people are the people that try to tell us how to be tolerant, how they tell us how to be nice to one another. They want to lecture America all the time about our shortcomings. But then you see this, they're hypocrites. They've always been hypocrites. They always will be hypocrites. And we have to pray for them. And hopefully they will be better.
And Vince, I want to jump to Horace on this, because back to that point, though, about that young males, and I think Craig Melvin was talking about young African-American males, feel like this is their stereotype, and they feel like they can't get away from it. And I mean, to the extent I can understand it. And then this is just another, it seems it's a slap in the face to them. People are trying to do a good job every day and work hard. And then this.
Do you know what the most adult and responsible thing that could have happened last night? That would have been if Will Smith heard this joke or this comment and he found it offensive, he and his wife could have immediately stood up and walked out of the assembly. When they called his name to announce that he had actually won an Oscar and he wasn't there, someone would have to explain that that offensive joke created this problem. That's the way a mature adult behaves. This has nothing to do with race, but it has a lot to do with the left continually normalizing and racializing behavior. How about everybody's capable of good behavior, and bad behavior ought to be frowned upon whenever it happens?
That would be nice. Gentlemen, wonderful to see both of you. Thank you.